Well, time for some CUDA update. You notice we got a bit of a mess going on, tools everywhere. I actually have taken the transmission out of it and replaced the transmission. The high-speed vibration, it was so pronounced. And it was, as soon as you got up to 80 miles an hour, it would start to hum, and then it would just get worse and worse and just groan, and it would shake the whole car. The whole car would shake. I've had multiple friends take for rides. No one could figure it out. We've gone through that rear end, new axles, like everything's new. We're on our third drive line. We've changed the drive line, had a high-speed drive line shop make us a new drive line, nothing. We changed the transmission. The one guy was like, it has to be the transmission. You can feel it, you could hear it. You could come on and off the gas just a little bit, rah, 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 rah. And as soon as you were giving it gas, you could feel it come off, and it would go away, come, go away, come, go away, come. And the faster you'd go, the worse it would get, and it would it would just shake the car. And and you could hear it like in the transmission. You could almost hear put the new box in, took it for a drive, did the exact same thing. Didn't change anything. Totally blown away. We then went digging. A friend had a cross member out of a different car. We had a different cross member out of a kit that you get from Summit or something for a gin whatever thing. This was the mount that I had on the back of the car that came off that original transmission. Now right here was a huge rubber bushing thing that kind of wobbled. That was the factory rubber mount. And I couldn't use that because of clearances. So I had stacks of rubber. And here's a few of them. And just got them all over. I threw them. And I had mini stacks of the rubber in here, and then it was bolted to it just so it had a little bit of a rubber isolation there. It wasn't hard mounted, but it was still there. All I have currently done is took out this mount, put in some universal mount that's pretty much the same thing. It's just a flat plate with a flat plate here, and it just accepts like just a GM transmission mount, a little square block piece of rubber. Bolted that in. Just took it for its test drive. Vibration's gone. I don't get it. If you throttle really hard over 80, you can feel the vibration come on. It starts, like where it would do it before, but then once it started, it would get worse. Like it kicks the drive line out of balance, and once it starts going, it just goes crazy. You can feel it start to go. You take your leg out of it just a millisecond, it smooths out, you walk back in on it, and as fast as you want to go, it's good. So I now have to take the transmission that's out of it, back out of it, put my transmission back in. I'm actually borrowing the transmission that's in it. But she's smooth down the road. It's running. I've been battling this all summer. I can't explain the frustration, but that's part of the love and hate of custom car building and things that direction. So that is that. Little shop update of a fun that we're playing with. Now I can get back to finishing the wiring, getting the wiring done to it. And if anyone's noticed, we now have a Ford sitting back here that is technically a customer's vehicle, and we will be going through that. I might start a small little video process on that, and we'll show how that's going to be. It's kind of a sad deal. The truck was actually in amazing shape before they tore it apart. It was one of those, they tore it apart to turn it into something, and they got it tore apart and then didn't know what to do. So I guess I'm taking on that project. But anyways, that is the update on the CUDA. We did have to buy more overpriced unicorn love juice. That seems to be the needed fluid for the transmission at $1 million a quart. But she's running. She's running really nice and smooth and quiet and quick. So, yeah. That's that. Night, y'alls.